Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to Habtoor, Polo Resort and Club for our second day of play, our third match. This game is, of course, between Habtoor and Dubai Wolves, who were the finalists of the Gold Cup last year. With the 1 goal difference in it, with Habtoor running out the winners. So we should be looking for a very exciting game here this afternoon. The two teams have just been warming up, and now the umpires are out on the field, and they'll be calling the players up to get this first match underway. The 2 matches here today, with our second match, of course, being Bangash. And for their first match of the tournament, it will be Gantut, who they'll be playing against. With both of these teams in our first match having won on their first day. A very exciting game between Wolves and UAE. And a real touch-and-go game there between Bangash and Habtoor. Bangash came back very strongly, and then Habtoor managed to ease away in the last Chukker. So he's still got a little bit of warming up going on, and our two teams there, as you can see on the screen for our Polo liners. We have playing at number 1 for Habtoor. Here's Mohammed Habtoor. At number 2, Lolo Bejiga. At number 3, Bautista Bejiga. And at number 4, the familiar face of Juan Hareche, making a 20-goal team. They're, of course, against the Wolves, with Habtoor playing at number 1. At number 2, Benko Penelo. At 3, Felix Hussein. At number 4, it is Santiago Laborde, with the Wolves team. 20 goals, the same team as they played with last year. But Habtoor have a slight change here, with young Araja being replaced by Bautista Bejiga's brother, Lolo. So you can see there on the far side, our umpires just calling the players together. With Peter Wright and Matthias Paveni, with the third man being Howard Smith. It is rather breezy out here this afternoon, so hopefully they'll hear the klaxon horn and also the whistles clearly. And please tune in to our social medias, Instagram at Polo Line OK, Facebook. If you jump onto Facebook, it'll be great to hear a few messages. Let us know where you're calling in from or viewing from, or we'll see if we can give you a shout out. And of course, on YouTube, Polo Line TV. Alternatively, or even better, jump onto the app to get all the up-to-date news of polo throughout the world and watch all the live games via pololine.tv. So the players should be coming together here now with a bit of luck. You see the Wolves are there, just about ready to go. Santi Laborde just to join them, which will complete their team. Juan Hareche is out there, just warming up a little bit more, as is Lolo Bejiga. We've got Bauti coming out now, and Mohammed just mounting up as well. And so in this first Chukker for Habtoor, Mohammed Habtoor will be starting off on Macho, and then getting on to Nebulosa, with Lolo starting off on Grega, and getting on to Pascalina. Of course, we will be playing half Chukkers, we're giving a free change to the players. Bauti will be starting off on Faye, with the first spare being Bomba. We played a cracking game the other day, had a great run on her. So look out for some of these horses, get some of these earmarked, and see who will be going forward to be champion pony in the finals on the 1st of February. And for Juan Hareche, we'll be starting off on Schweppes and Pilon. And of course, for the Wolves, we will have Habtoor starting off on Ruben, changing on to Ricardo. Number 2 is Penelo Benka. Canasta, getting on to Trentiona. We will have Felix on Lebanesa. Changing on to Messagiera. And for Laborde, starting off on Naftalina. And getting on to Poncho halfway through this chukker. There are other spares, of course, around the field. They're more than likely to turn around and decide to change their order as they go. But we'll just read out to what they were sticking to originally, as we have our two teams here now just lining up. And they'll be just discussing with the umpires which way they will be going. But of course, some of the players just putting a couple of final touches on the warm-ups. There's a lot riding here on this match this afternoon. So, umpire Peter Wright raises the ball on the far side. First 3 chukkers will be thrown in from that side, the last 2 from here. Over this 5 chukker, 20-goal match here. Starting chukker number 1. The ball's into play. First to surface with it there is going to be Bautista. The body just yielding off it, so he just pushes 1 turn further, then he gets told to play it, does so, sends that one up forward. Looking to try and get that one to Horecho went forward. It comes off. Player picked up now by Lolo. Lolo comes forward, but Lolo just ridden off out of that one there by Sam. Couldn't quite get the backhand in, could Felix, but it's beautifully picked up there by Laborde. He fishes that one up forward, up high, over the top of Habtoor. Habtoor straightens himself up onto that one on the bouncing ball and picks it up nicely. Going back is Mohammed to put the pressure on, takes the middle of the field, cuts that one in a little bit too much into the middle of the field and can't get back onto it, but it's left here for Bautista. Bauti settles things down, turns away, gets a nice bit of protection there. Good bit of marking, the team working well. Comes forward once again. In comes Laborde. Laborde wants a little bit of this one here. And you see you had Lolo just slipping in between the two, and this time he fizzes a good ball forward, and the horse race is on here now between Felix and Lolo. Lolo looking over his shoulder to see where his players are, see what his options are, so he has to go with a big cut shot. It looks like, how I was saying, comes in, gives that ball a cracking shot, and it looks like that one's gone out over his own back line. Looking to get a real big cut shot on it, and unfortunately didn't exactly execute it as he wanted. We get a whistle on the play there. Looks like, having gone over the back line, we'll be starting off again with a penalty 6, a corner, with the ball being dropped down on the 60-yard line, where it went out over the back line. So, Bautista, players called, circling round here now. Bauti. Wolves in the goal mouth, looking to stop this one. Comes up, drives, shoots, it's high, it's straight. Oh, and it gets half stopped there by Benker, but unfortunately for Benker, it carries on through the goals. Opening up the score here now for Habtoor. Bautista Vejaga from the penalty 6. So back to the middle of the field, far side. Umpire right, lines the two teams up. Bowls it in. At the front of the line, gets caught, comes out, looking to pick it up there is Felix. Felix comes forward with it. He's just getting good protection there by Laborde. He just brings it up forward to Bauti. Takes the man on, sends it up forward, looks to flick that one up. But Horecho controls middle field and the play. But coming across there is Benker, and we get a whistle on that one there. Benker thought that he was right, as you can see by the way he's gesticulating. Let's have a little look on that replay. See if we can see where the line was on the drone. Unfortunately, I've got the sun on my screen and I can't really see an awful lot. But the result, of course, is a 5B in favour of Habtoor from the middle of the field. So as Wolves retire back. Juan Horecho looks like he's going to come round up onto this one here now. He's got Bautista still back there with him, so he keeps it short. Takes it up to Benker. He's got Lolo going up forward, so he gives that ball a ride and sends it up forward. Comes off the two players, and he's just now picked up here by Felix. Couldn't get onto it, but Benker comes and collects it. Bauti coming in to put the pressure on. Turns, faces back into attack here now. Does Benker. Looks to see what his options are. Tries to go under the neck with that one there and drills that straight into the back of the horse of Bautista. You see he was trying to go under the neck there and trying to get that one out there to the Villa side for Habtoor. But didn't quite get behind the pony. The umpires blow that one quite strongly, and it's gone up here now for a penalty 3, a 40-yard penalty. So another opportunity here for Habtoor to score from this here now. And it's being teed up by Bautista Bejiga as Wolves retire back behind their line. Of course, they can come out to try to defend this one when the ball struck. So, players called. Bautista circling around here now. Beautifully mounted Bautista. Comes up to this here, drives, shoots along the ground. It's not easy to stop, but it's stopped there by Felix. Felix gets away from the man too, and Felix just settles down on the players. You see Benker coming in to try and give them some support, but you see Bauti comes back onto it. The ball flicks off behind and is now picked up by Lolo. Tries to pick it up, does Etienne off the boards, but it's now picked up there by Bauti. He's lost it, sends up here now for Felix. Felix fizzes that one up, looking there for Habtoor. Habtoor and Mohammed come onto it. Mohammed, he's clean, he's on to that play, and he takes it deeper down into his own territory here now. Habtoor going back with him. See the marker, you got Benker looking after Aurechi. He turns, he faces forward once again. Mohammed working well on that play. Yields off, leaves it now for Harechi. Harechi in turn leaves it for Lolo, who comes around the back of the play and picks it up here now, looking for players just to clear out the way. So Benker yields off out of it, leaving it now for Bauti. Comes off the pony, and this time, we'll just have a look at that one there. Did he infringe the right of way? Let's have a look on the replay. We might be able to see if he did come across him. The umpires will make their decision and let us know for sure. So, they're just discussing this one, but they're moving this forward here now. They're deeming he had the right to be there. He did come a little bit from the right to the left, but didn't actually impede the previous line. So the ball here now again is placed on the 40-yard spot for a penalty 3, this time in favour of the Wolves. Teed up there by Baker Pinello. Players called. So, Banker Pinello looking to put this one, as he usually does, high in the scoreboard. Banker comes up to it, drives that ball beautifully. In fact, it's not even into the scoreboard, it's clean over the top and out into the park, outside of the facility here at Habtoor Polo Resort and Club. So another lovely goal there by Banker Pinello from the penalty spot, make it 1 goal apiece. So, once again, back to the middle of the field it is. Umpire right, bowls that ball into play, skews off the front of the line out, trying to get onto it is Bauti. Bauti gets hooked off out of it, but to pick it up here now is Felix. Felix checks, turns, comes back inside. He sends Laborde on the move, decides to go by himself. Felix, up, and he tries to pick that one up as it just pops into the air, but look how quickly Benker can get over to that play. Does so, juggles his ball forward, tries to get in between the two players, does so, and fizzes that one goalward bound, and a beautiful executed play there by Benker Pinello. You see he worked incredibly hard to get in between those players, showing his wares here this afternoon. Very skillful player indeed, and stakes that one straight through the goals by himself. So that takes Wolves out into the lead, 2 goals to 1. Benker taking the opportunity to quickly change. Of course, they'll be changing again, so it'll be onside as they're up at the Villa end for their pony lines, changing. And umpire right. Bowls that ball back into play. Into play it is. Looking for that one there this time is Lolo. Lolo comes away for Habtoor. Lolo looks to come in behind the man, but working on it hard as ever is Laborde. Comes away with it, or is it Hussein? He flicks that one away. In comes Harechi to put the pressure on. But going back there is Felix. Felix there. Takes the man, yields off, leaves it now for Benker. Benker tries to drag it forward, couldn't do so, went a little bit over the top of it, but it's now going to be Harechi to send the backhand. The backhand comes in there by Harechi, and we've got a little bit of a traffic jam in there. And you've got Habtoor moving up forward. Bautista's very convinced that it's going their way. And you've got Matis Babeni moving up further forward here now. A little bit of gesticulation going on there, and a little bit of a couple of words of coaching, as it were to say, coming from Laborde to Felix. And so the ball once again for the penalty 3. A 40-yard penalty. And Bautista Bejiga on the play here now. Bauti drives, shoots, and sends that one up and straight through the goals it is. Levelling up the scores again here in Chukker number 1 with 2 goals apiece and 2 minutes on the clock left to play here in Chukker number 1. In fact, players have chosen to change in their own time here in this first Chukker. So Peter Wright lines them up once more. Habtoor now going towards the scoreboard end. Bowls that ball into play. Into play it is. Coming off with it here now is Laborde for the Wolves. Laborde out towards the other side, being marked there by Harechi. Ian goes in there, gives him a little bit of help, a little bit of protection, gives him the opportunity to go forward, but Lolo comes in and puts a lovely open backhand on that one there. Bauti's trying to get onto this one here, gets half hooked off out of it, the ball's left behind, and in comes Harechi. Harechi comes in onto it. Harechi in there with Pinello, pushes him wide, tries it on the near side, left that one behind unfortunately, and coming onto this one here as he turns round onto it does Pinello. Bauti comes in from the scoreboard end to claim that line, and the ball's just flicked here in towards the middle of the field for a spot penalty in favour of Habtoor Polo and Bautista. Circling round up onto the play, Bauti. He just checks a little bit on him, then he gets hold of that one there and sends it up forward. It's going goalward bound. It looks like it has got the legs on it. Laborde has to go back for it, but he's just going to shadow that one out over the back line. Is it just to the right-hand side? So Wolves from their back line. Santiago Laborde to bring it into play here now. Santi taps it up forward. Laborde brings it up there to Lolo's marker, and this time he unloads it, sends that one up over the top of the players. Now looking for Pinello. Pinello out there, you see, going with him is Harechi. Picks it up, straightens himself up, comes inside, forcing Harechi to shield off and gives himself a little bit of space, and so fires this one up the boards here now, but unfortunately for him it just hopped out over the boards and out of play. So I'll have a free hit now as the ball will be dropped down on the 8-second count, of course, by umpire 8. Players called. Harechi brings it in here this time. Harechi taps it up, keeps going forward, leaves it now. Pinello stays back, goes up forward here with a good passing play. It's just not quite going to get there to Mohammed, who's kept off out of the play by Habtoor, and leaves it nicely now for Laborde again. Laborde. First 2 to goes. Cuts this one out in the middle of the field. Looking to come across onto here now is Bauti and Pinello. Pinello picks it up on the near side. Back onto his stick side, looks for the backhand to send this one straight, looks to pick it up on his near side, does have Tor, but in comes Lolo, but we've got a little bit of a push and a shove going on here, and there could be a double sandwich, but who was pushing who into where, and the first tutor's gone. So that there will end Chukker number 1, with the score being 2 goals apiece. And now we'll go to a few messages and adverts and highlights from Polo Line. Backhand out towards the ball. Can get on that one there and have to last forward. Looking for something like that to a million miles away. And the Yo player and it comes forward. If necessary, it's Benka, but not necessary indeed. A lovely goal there by Habtoor and Habtoor. Picking it up, finishing it off beautifully. Let's have a look at that. So welcome back to our Polo line viewers. And you see the ball's been placed there for a penalty for. A 60-yard penalty in favour of the Wolves. With Laborde just standing over this one here now, just teeing it up. Polo coming back. See who's going to be taking this one here. Polo's certainly been taking the shorter penalties. As I said earlier, there is a bit of a breeze out here, so it's coming as Polo faces towards the goal from the right-hand corner of the field, across the field. And we'll just have a slight pause whilst Juan Rich is just off this pony. He's got a little bit of something going on with his bridle he's looking to correct. So he mounts back up again, so we can proceed and get Chukker number 2 underway here. So Polo onto the play here now. Polo drives, shoots, takes this one in towards the goal, but it looks like that one has gone wide out to the left-hand side. So the score remains the same, 2 goals apiece here. Let's start Chukker number 2 and the ball back in possession of Habtoor with Juan Rich to bring it in from the back line. 1 taps it forward, Polo waiting. Goes under the neck with that one there, looking for Bautista. Bautista just has to check up, let it come up past him, and then run onto this play here now. Gets up past one, but waiting for him there is Esain. But it's left in behind now for Lolo. You see Hareche going in, giving him a little bit of comfort there. Circling on in behind is Bautista once more. Takes the man, comes forward, very strategically playing here. Habtoor coming up the field. Esain comes in, comes the other side as Lolo comes in to give him a little bit of protection there from Esain, but he's just met again here by Laborde. This time he cuts and turns and tries to get on the move here. Does Bauti, just bobbing this ball in the air, just plays a little bit of show and go here now to get up past Felix. Goes with the next shot, does so, but I think he might have got a little bit of cane on that rather than head, and it just goes a little bit too straight, and they'll quite happily try to let that one go out over the back line, and over the back line it goes. So once again, the two teams will have to sort themselves out, and we'll have Habtoor retiring back 30 yards and the ball being placed down for Laborde to bring into play. Zanti taps it forward. Lolo comes to him, sends it out wide again, looking there for Polo. Same play as before, keeping it classic. Into the middle field, checks up. Polo gets a bit of protection, comes the other way. Again, Laborde looking after Lolo. Comes forward this time, just didn't quite get hold of that cleanly, so but a lot of power in that near side play and gets it up there nicely for Santi Laborde. Laborde gets away from his man, he's waiting for that ball just to come off the boards. Up to the boards it comes, checks, tries to go inside. Lolo comes in, goes to the near side play, looks for the backhand, and it does. It comes off the pony of Laborde, and out of play it goes. So the count will be made and a ball will be dropped for Santiago Laborde to bring into play. By Matthias Boveni, calling play. Laborde gives that ball a ride out there in towards the middle of the field. About the 40-yard line, gone a little bit wide onto that one there, allowing Bautista to come onto it. Bautista comes around the corner here now on his near side, and we get a whistle on that play. Did have a man with him, he slipped away from him, but Habtoor came up that line. We can see on the replay with the drone for the viewers on Polo line. And the ball is now dropped down here for a penalty being teed up by Polo. Habtoor taking this opportunity to quickly change some ponies here in Chukker number 2. 4:26 on the clock here. Polo comes in, drives, shoots for the penalty 2 and puts that one clean through, putting them back out into the lead again. It is now 3 goals to the Wolves, 2 goals for Habtoor. So 2 teams back to the middle of the field here, as you see. Highlights there of Baker's penalty. Ball back into play, out the front of the line now. Looking to pick this one up here now and come away with it is Mohammed. Mohammed comes away with it here now, but it's now picked up here by Lolo. Lolo being hard pressurised there by Essian. Felix. And Lolo yield off it, leave it now for Bautista. Bautista comes forward, he's got Haureche slipping in behind. So always somebody at the back to try and cover all the plays, looking to slip his way through the traffic here now, can't get in between the players, so he has to go forward, does so, beats 2 men on that one there. Bautista coming forward, and he comes through all the traffic and puts that one away, beautifully does. Bautista Vejaga levelling up the scores here. 3 goals apiece it is here now. So a beautiful goal there by Bautista. Looked like he was trying to come in between the players, but didn't have a gap opening up for him, so he just took it all the way himself. And the ball back into play again, out the back of the line now. Benker wanting this one here now. Benker comes with it, pops into the air, tries to pick it up. Good pressure there by Lolo, but retained again by Benker. Benker comes up forward and he just flicks that one up with a little bit of a show and go. Bautista going with him here now, who can get onto it. You saw Bautista just changed pony, took the man and left the ball here now for Lolo. Lolo in there with Laborde, turns too quick for him, and Laborde has to yield off it. Goes to pick it up again, does Lolo. Lolo looking to unload that one and does. But the first man onto it will be Felix. Felix drives that one up forward, but it might not reach his man. But coming across to pick that one up there is Bautista and takes it clear from the danger zone out towards the boards. Bauti comes himself once again. Haureche in behind, helping him out. Fizzes that one up forward. Mohammed just loses a bit of momentum, tries to come onto this one here now, looking for something out of that Laborde. He came a little bit from off the angle, and it is going to be Mohammed going forward. Mohammed avoiding the hook there from Habtoor, but it just cuts a little bit wide for him to get back onto, and it's going to be Laborde to pick it up once again here now. Laborde checks up. You see Lolo being kept off out of it there by Pinello. Yields off, leaves it. Laborde comes forward here, just keeps it short of Bautista, and then sends this one up forward, looking for Felix. Felix gone forward. Who's going to get the better of this one as the pony kicks it forward? And it looks like it is going to be Haureche. Comes in with a nice near side backhand. You see how well read that was there by Laborde. Opens up the backhand once again, but now picked up by Benker. Benker checks, comes away there from Bautista. Comes through the play. Benker again. Benker cuts that one in behind of Lolo, gets himself into some space here. He's going wide, but he can still keep pushing this one. He goes with a lovely near side shot at pace towards the goal with an acute angle, but unfortunately it just falls short of the goals and just goes to the left hand side and out over the back line. So players called, and Bautista brings it in this time as one quickly changes. Goes under the neck with that one there. You see you had another change by Wolves in the form of Laborde, who's coming back to get himself onto an onside position. It's now going to be Haureche. Gives that ball a ride and clean skies that ball up into the air and coming down just over the 60-yard line. Mohammed trying to get onto that first, but it looks like it's going to be Felix. Comes in and he posts it from him, but Felix regains possession once again. Checks, turns, looks to come back inside. Lolo's working hard on him as well, but he comes away, beats both of those players and pushes up there to Haureche. Goes under the neck, looking there for Pinello, but well read and pushed onto it. There is Bautista and puts it back into the danger zone once more. But you see Felix has controlled the middle of the field here now and goes with that near side play underneath the tail to take it away from the danger zone. Who's first pick this up is Mohammed. Looks to try and take the hook onto that one there, but it's sent in a little bit further by Bauti. Now Haureche puts it down into the corner. Now he's got Bautista to run onto that play here. Bauti in there with Felix Essayin. Comes forward once again. Does Bauti. Bauti trying to get through the traffic here now, but they're all looking for a bit of something out of it, but the whistle's quiet and Lolo has to go back and pick it up. There goes the first hooter. The first hooter goes. There's Lolo coming across the back line here now. He's got the man in front. Comes off the pony. Can he come and pick this one up? Does. Straightens himself up parallel to that back line and tries to keep weaving his way through this traffic, but it looks like he's shown too much of that one there to Laborde, and it comes out in towards the middle field and cleared away beautifully there by Felix Essayin. Up there now for Habtoor on the loose. He's got a breakaway here now from Haureche. He goes a little bit wide, allowing Haureche to try and get back to him. Gets a good hook in, does Haureche, and leaves it for Bautista. And there goes the second hooter, ladies and gentlemen. And a good clearing passage of play there by the Wolves from their goal mouth under a lot of pressure from Habtoor. And that there will end Chukker number 2 with the score levelled up again at 3 goals apiece. As the players Quickly go and change before we come back out for the third chukker.
And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe people talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing
Time play, gives that ball a beautiful ride straight up the front door. It's going all the way it's going, but there's nothing they can do about it. They can't get back to that in time. And a beautiful 5B there by Tomasito Fernandez Llorente. So welcome back to our Polo Line viewers, and we are about to get the third chukker underway here now. With the players coming back out on the field. I'll be starting off where we ended up, over the far side of the field. Your ball is placed down. So the two teams out there on the field. Umpire right, just having a quick little chat with them there. So it's looking that ball like that ball's just been picked up again, so we'll be starting off with that rolling. Bautista's having a quick little chat with Barbeni, I think it looks like, from here. Who will be rolling this ball in from the inside out. To get chukker number 3 underway here now, and the ball's into play. Out the line out, Benker breaks away with it here. Avoids the hook there from Haureche. Tries to get a little bit further, closer in contention, but Benker's away on that one there. Just left that one behind. It's now picked up here by Bautista. Bautista turning this play. Bauti in there with Laborde. Laborde just has sealed off. A nice little weighted pass here now for Haureche. As Baveni moves quickly out of the way. Haureche takes the man, leaves it for Bauti. Bauti comes forward, looks to get up past Laborde. He's got Penello in front, goes one way, goes the other way, tries to go down the wall, goes over the top of that one there. It's now picked up by Laborde, who turns it beautifully round here now. Laborde gets hooked, tries to steal it, does so. Very clever play there by Bautista, and cuts this one out here, looking to unleash Lolo. Lolo going back onto it here now, with Benker going back with him. Benker gets the mallet down onto that one first, and first to pick it up there is Laborde on his near side, deeper down into his own territory. This time, big bump and a ride-off comes in there from Bautista as he goes in with the next shot to try and get that one up for Benker, but it falls a little bit short, and coming in onto it was Lolo, and we have Habtoor on Hogoso coming through a little bit exuberantly, one might say. Let's have a look, see if we see that on the replay. And so the ball's been placed down here now for a penalty 4. A 60-yard penalty in favour of Habtoor. So it looks like Bautista's coming back to the side. Maybe he's got a little problem with the horse or something. Up, it looks like you see the Marquito Pinello was offering a stick, but it looks like it's a bit of a tack issue or something that he's getting rectified out there now. So all sorted and back to the middle he'll go. So players called. Bouty circling around here now. Comes up to it, strikes, it's hard, it's low. It gets half stopped there by Felix, and now it's picked up here, or trying to get onto it. There's a near side play there from Lolo, who puts it through on that backhand. Taking Habtoor back out into the lead again. 4 goals to 3 is the score. With Bouty on Tiptronic. And Lolo scoring that goal on Cancion. So 2 teams are lined up here now. On umpire right. Bowls that ball into play. Into play it goes. Stuck in the middle. Picked up off the front there. Looking to come in onto that one there, Soreche, but it flicks up forward, and the first pick it up is going to be Laborde. Checks, turns, tries to come back inside. Tries to say there's Bouty. Bouty seemed to have read that one pretty clean, Laborde, and he's got away from here now. Laborde thought that he didn't have the play, but Bouty's capitalising on this one here now. Just one little more tap, but he goes with a big swing and drives that one straight through the goals. Bautista Ejiga making it 5 goals to 3. See on the replay, will come up here now. No, you didn't see the stealing play, you just saw the actual goal itself. But a beautiful steal there by Bautista, pouncing on that opportunity. So back to the middle field is once again. Ball into play. Comes off out with this one here now. Does Habtoor. In comes Bouty looking for that there, who had the line on it. Let us see what the umpires decide. So there's a fair difference of opinion of where the line was from the players, and the ball's been dropped down to here now to what looks like a spot penalty. Penalty 5B in favour, penalty 5 rather, in favour of Habtoor, being teed up by Bouty. So Wolves will have to retire back on that one here now. So Bautista circling round on Triptonica. Comes up onto this one, gives that ball a ride up over the top of the play as it goes. It comes down, looking to pick it up here is Lolo. Lolo trying to get up past his man, looking for the acute cut shot. The cut shot goes in and straight through the goal it is. Lovely linking play between the 2 brothers there, with Bautista getting that forward, but it certainly wasn't an easy job to finish off as Lolo comes in. Has to beat his man and goes with a very acute angle in through the goals. Make it 6 goals to 3. A lovely goal there by Lolo, who quickly changes, comes back to the middle of the field as umpire right is looking to get this ball back into play once again. Bowls that ball in it goes. Out there, here comes Bouty. Bouty on the move. Benker going back with him here now. Looking sharp out here this afternoon. Habtoor in this third chukker. Goes with a lovely play on the net, looking to link up with his brother once more, but can't get onto that one as Benker's just yielded onto that line quicker and sends a nice backhand out up the field, but Bouty's first onto it. Goes with the backhand. Intercepted beautifully there by Felix. Felix on this play here now. Felix goes by himself in behind. Comes Benker to give him some support. Goes under the neck with that one there. Looks he's going to meet up there with Habtoor. Gets onto it nicely, but he might have shown a little bit too much of that one to Harechi. As you see, he pushes him wide and takes that ball. Oh, he looks to take that ball on the near side, but leaves it there for Labordi on a gimme. And Labordi's just going to stick a ball this one all the way home. Says thank you very much indeed. Make it 4 goals. It is to the Wolves. 6 goals to Habtoor. So you saw Harechi come, take the man, control that middle of the field, pushed him wide, looked to take it forward on the near side, but just didn't manage to connect with it, and left it nicely there for Santiago Labordi. So ball back into play it is. Few players making a nice job. Cut out nicely there by Bauti. Bauti on the move here now. Going back, taking the shorter route there is going to be Pinello. Pinello going back. Bauti didn't quite get the full shot that he was looking for on that one there. The backhand comes in there, saving the day for the Wolves by Pinello. Out nicely there for Labordi. Labordi swoops that one underneath the neck. Labordi on the move. Labordi up past Bauti, keeps out on the boards here. He knows he's got Harechi in front, just keeps him away for it, but stays away from the hook from Bautista. And he has the opportunity to try and get this one up forward here now. Habtoor went for a run, has to go back to it, has another by the cherry, and Habtoor won't be able to get over to that one, but first onto it, looks like it's going to be Harechi. His play gets cancelled out, and the ball's left there once again for Bautista. Bauti comes away with it, stick side, near side, back onto his stick side. Who avoids the hook on that play there. The big ride-off comes in. He's trying to play it onto his near side, does so, keeps on going, sends that one out towards the boards, but he doesn't have a teammate to pick it up, and the first to pick it up is going to be Felix. Felix comes away from the man. Lolo working hard, trying to get onto it, but he leaves it in turn now for Pinello. Pinello puts that one out into the middle of the field, but first onto it. Looks like it's going to be a lovely near side back. Ooh, a near side backhand by Lolo. Went a little bit straighter than what he possibly hoped for, as Bauti was off on the run once again. But it's going to be Labordi to settle things down and send that ball up nicely forward. You see, you got Pinello running forward onto it, as is Habtoor. Habtoor goes with the backhand, gets first onto that play and turning around quickly as Harechi, as Felix optimistically tries to get onto the line, but not quite quick enough there for Juan Harechi. You can see on that replay there, Juan swooped round onto that line, quick as a flash. And we get a strong blow on the whistle, and Labordi has just dismounted off his pony. Hope it's all okay. As players take this opportunity to change ponies, Santi will walk down to his bottom end, as this is now going to be a penalty two in favour of Habtoor. Being teed up by Lolo whilst Bauti changes. Now Harechi is going back up into that far corner. So we'll just have a slight pause here now whilst Santi Labordi looks to mount up on a fresh mount. So yeah, it looks like we're pretty close to that penalty 2. It's close to the penalty 3 spot actually. But Habtoor, of course, are going the long way here. So Santiago Labordi just mounting back up again here. And Habtoor opts to change as well. So a full complement of players back on the field here now, and it looks like we'll have Juan Harechi for Habtoor to bring it back into play again. 1:02 on the clock here in Chukker number 3 before we go into the half-time break. 6-4 is the score in favour of Habtoor. Juan looks to go under the neck with that one there, has to rush to try and get onto it and try and beat Pinello. Does get back onto it, and you see coming in behind is Bautista, but he flicks that one forward once again. Does Juan, gets up past his man, leaves it short there of Felix this time sends a running play up here now for Lolo. Lolo looking to get it on an absolute burner. Gets going nicely, goes with the under the next shot. But the umpires directly on the line there realised that Felix was on that line. So Felix had got himself established onto it. And we'll have another spot penalty here. But this time from about the same position, but the other end of the field in favour of Wolves. So, Laborde, in he comes, taps it again forward. Laborde, looking for his options, keeps his ball moving forward. Lolo there, he gets told he has to use it, so he cuts this one out towards the Villa side as Pinello goes over there to pick it up. Balti shadowing him, tries to go with the first time play, but it looks like it's going to be picked up here by Lolo. Lolo makes a turning play, in comes Felix, tries to make the steal, gets up past that man, does Lolo. Lolo playing a very strong game out here this afternoon. He's got Harechi gone out forward here now. He looks to bring this one himself, but he's gone with a long shot from a distance. But it looks like it's just going to drift to the right-hand side. Habtoor just making sure it was going wide. So, out over the back line it is, and there goes the first hooter, ladies and gentlemen. So the score, after 3 chukkers going into the half-time break, it is Habtoor 6, 4 goals to the Wolves. So, once again, we'll go to some messages, highlights from Polo line, and then we'll come back hopefully with some stats before we get the second half underway.
Well, like you say, it's been 15 years. We started at 12 goal and only 4 chukkers. And from there, we did a few years like that. Then we went to 15 goals, to 16 goals, and 5 chukkers, 18 goals. Now it's 20 goals. And yeah, very competitive tournament. Everybody likes to win it, and it's quite good. It's very attractive. Although it's 5 teams in the 20 goal, there is 9 teams playing in the 12th goal. So originally it was only like the high goal, and there were the teams playing in that tournament. Now the evolution of the polo in Dubai is taking us that there is a lot more teams. Some of them will stay at 12 goals, some might go up to 20 goals in a few years. Pierres is a brand name in polo, and they won so many tournaments all over the world. it's always good to have a name like that playing in the tournaments. You have the religious month here, that is Ramadan, involved in the season. For a few years, we will have it in the middle of the season, so the season gets shorter because of the religious month. But we still manage to play. We're playing a 12 goal and a 20 goal. The start of the 20 goal still together with the 12 goal. So they're playing both tournaments at the same time.
So welcome back now to our Polo Line viewers. You can see, if you're watching on Polo Line, you are there in the Wolves camp with Habtoor and Habtoor. As they start to think about getting themselves mounted back up again to get the second half of this first match here this afternoon. In the Silver Cup 2025, you can see the progression on screen. It was 2-2 at the end of Chukker number 1, 3 apiece at the end of Chukker number 2. But Chukker number 3 opened things up a little bit more there for Habtoor, scoring 3 goals to only 1 goal of the Wolves, making the score at half-time. 6 goals to 4. And you can see on the stats, or those who here at Habtoor, I'll let you know the stats. There are field goals for Habtoor 4, 2 by the Wolves. Throw-ins 5 to 7, Wolves winning most of those. And for the fouls, only 4 by Habtoor, but 7 by the Wolves. Penalties 1 from 3 for Habtoor and 2 from 3 for the Wolves. 1 corner scored by Bautista in Chukker number 1. And no corners for the Wolves and no yellow cards. So the umpires are coming back out on the field here now. And we'll start to get this underway. The last 2 Chukkers of our first match before we go forward to play the second match at 4 o'clock local time. Bangash versus Gantoot. Gantoot's first match here in the Silver Cup 2025. So, you see there down in the Habtoor camp on Polo Line, they start to mount up again. We'll be starting off with a hit in from the back line, where we ended up with that Chukker. Wolves are all ready to go, keen and hungry to get underway. Habtoor's just mounting up. And in this Chukker number 4, Mohammed scheduled to come out on Vendimia. Lolo scheduled to come out here on Peregrina. For Bauti out on Magica. And 24, I believe it will be for Juan. Or maybe it's actually Renia, who's coming out on. And for the Wolves, see if they manage to give me a full complement of horses here today, because quite often they give first 3 Chukkers and then things will change, of course, from there forward. Kansas for Habtoor. Felix on Christiana. Or in fact, no, it'll be Yemen, sorry. Sky for Bencha. And let's see who Santi Labordi's coming out on in this Chukker. Cafetera for Santiago Laborde. So it is getting relatively slightly chillier here at Habtoor. Bit of cloud cover and a good breeze. So just waiting for the umpires to call play. 6 goals to 4 is the score in favour of Habtoor, going into Chukker number 4. The ball placed there on the back line for Santiago Laborde to bring into play and get things underway. Santi taps up forward. Lolo there. Goes under the neck for Bencha. Bencha cuts across, gets it onto a stick side here now. Bencha looks up to see where players are. Haureche is in there, goes with the shot, tries to get that one up forward to Habtoor. Just comes a little bit short, and it's going to be picked up here by Bauti. Bauti comes away there from Laborde, being looked after by Lolo, giving Bauti a little bit of space and time back onto his near side. Pony kicks out as he tried to come back to his stick side, so he's quickly back onto this one here with Felix shadowing him here now. Bauti going towards goal, looking to come in between the 2 players, and you've got Laborde. He does so, gets that pass in. Oh, he misses it, but he still drags that forward, goes with a very acute shot indeed, but it looks like it's just fallen a little bit short and gone straight. So back on the back line again it is for Laborde and the Wolves. So Laborde comes to tap this one in here now. Laborde once more. Comes up there, show and go up past Lolo. Lolo gets a good hook in it, but it's now picked up there by Felix. Felix drives that one up nicely, looking for Bencha. Bencha trying to get onto it, but first onto that one there is Haureche, but they cancel each other out, but it goes across the field. Quickly onto it though, it's going to be Laborde. Laborde opens it up and tries to get that one up for Habtoor, but it's Lolo going to come onto this first. Lolo cuts the open backhand, first round onto it. Looks like it's going to be Bauti. Bauti swoops onto that nicely. Bautista gets some nice protection there from little brother, looking after Bencha. Working very well indeed here this afternoon. Comes forward once again. Does Bautista. Looks like going up over the halfway line. Going with him is going to be Laborde, and behind is going to be Haureche, but Laborde's just lurking. He's in there. He's wanting that players. He goes with the next shot. Laborde slips onto that line nicely. Laborde comes forward once again. Laborde looks checked, come back inside. Bencha offers a bit of protection from there. They're all stacked up behind him here now, so he goes forward himself, leaving it for Bencha. Does Laborde, and Laborde looking for the pass in towards the middle of the field here now. Goes for the first time play, cuts it back across the field, but it's stopped there by Bauti, who comes away with the play and cuts it and looks in towards the goal and sends it nicely towards the goal. Is it going to go? Is it going to go? Is it going to go? But it just goes wide, out towards the right-hand side. So they're putting the pressure on this bottom end here. Habtoor keeping Wolves hemmed in. So coming up onto this here now is going to be Laborde out there for Bencha to pick it up. Felix has gone forward. Bencha checks up on that play. Just lose a bit of momentum, trying to make a set play, working forward. In comes Bauti with the steal, but Bencha slips that one past him. Penello at the halfway point. Penello once again. Penello up he goes, past Lolo, gets away from the hook. He's got Bauti there with him, so he comes in between the 2 players. Gets ridden off. He's got the man, Felix, in behind him. Felix looking to make a play on this one, takes it forward once again. In there, Bautista working hard on him, but he gets away here now, but Bautista's trying to steal that. In comes Haureche and picks up the pieces here now. Juan Haureche picks up the spoils and off out towards the far side of the field by the boards. Gets that, hops over the boards and keeps that ball moving up forward, but showed a little bit too much of that one there for Felix, who sends a lovely near side backhand in towards the field, but it gets held up there as Bencha tries to get onto it, but Habtoor cuts this one out in towards the middle of the field here now, and coming round on the near side is Haureche, who had the line on that one there, because it looked like, did he come across Bencha, or did Bencha come into the back there of Haureche, looking to try and influence the umpires on the line? And we'll see here if we can see it clearly or not on the drone. The umpire's just discussing this one. You see Habtoor quickly taking this opportunity to change pony. There's a 3:23 on the clock, 6 goals to 4 in favour of Habtoor. So Habtoor's quickly changed, and a few other players scurrying off the field whilst there's opportunity, and it looks like this ball is going to get moved up here now for a penalty. 4 maybe at the scoreboard end in favour of Habtoor Polo. And you just see Bautista coming in and checking up on that line to see if he can create a little bit of a better divot. And we have Bautista just teeing that ball up here now. So Wolves back 40 yards from this penalty 4. Bowdy up to this here now. Drives is along the ground. It's bouncing. It's bobbling. It's gone a little bit wide. Lolo trying to stop it, but it has gone wide. So the score remains the same. 6 goals to 4 here in Chukker number 4. And 3:10 on the clock as Laborde looks to bring it back in again here now for the Wolves. Laborde comes on the neck. Just chops and changes around a little bit here this time, allowing Felix to come onto it. Felix coming back to him is Haureche. Laborde coming in there as well, giving a bit of space there. Does Felix. Felix on the move here now. Felix up to the halfway line. Lolo waiting for him, looks to go with the big one, but it's left there for Haureche. Just has to reach out a bit and pick that ball up. He's got Bouty there parallel to him, but coming back to put the pressure on was Felix, who cups in, plays a lovely backhand, and first onto it's going to be Habtoor. Habtoor back onto his near side, but he goes stick side, near side, and couldn't quite control it. And it looks like we have a whistle on that play. So a ball's placed down here now for a spot penalty in favour of Habtoor. As Bautista goes to the Villa end of the field to change ponies quickly, you have Juan Haureche. Just teeing that ball up, circling around onto it now as Bauti comes in behind him. Juan taps that forward up there to Pinello. Goes up on this one here now, does Haureche. Haureche on the loose. Haureche looks over his shoulder, looking both ways. Looks to see if he can come the other way. Sends a little backhand for Bauti to come on to. Very nice little play between these two as well. We've been playing a few years together here in the UAE. Sending out that one up for Mohammed. But Mohammed's pushed off out of it there by Habtoor. Habtoor tries to go with the big next shot to try to clear it away, but it goes all the way and travels all the way through the goal, putting goal number 7 on the board there for Bautista Bejiga. Nice little work there with Haureche, and you saw a very clever little backhand flick just for Bauti to get onto. And scored a lovely goal there. Did Bauti. And so we have the teams lining up in front of us here at Polo line in the middle of the field. Near side backhand. Haureche couldn't connect with that one. He was pushed off and picked up now by Habtoor. Habtoor goes up, gets hooked off out of it, and it's going to be Benka. Comes away with it, gets away from Lolo on this one here now. Benka gets up past there from Haureche, but Haureche comes in with a good ride off and picks the play up here now and takes it out away from the danger zone, out towards the far side of the field at the boards there, with Haureche looking after Pinello, leaving it for his man, but no, Haureche comes out with this one here now. Haureche taking the milk run, going down the far end now, coming across back towards us here now. Checks up. Felix in there, checks up, comes in behind, drives it out there for Bautista. Oh, it was a beautiful place pass, but comes off the back of the pony, and it's Laborde to go back into attack. Couldn't quite gather that ball up there as he came around the corner. It's now collected by Bautista. Bauti comes forward here now. Bauti once again working on him there is Laborde. Ball flicks forward, ridden off out of it there by Felix. Felix picks up the play here now. Felix working hard, the two brothers Bejiga, but Felix has the play here now, comes round up onto it. Looks to flick that one away here now for Pinello. Pinello on the play. Pinello coming across to him there. Here's one. Pinello checks up on it, opts to turn away from him, dummies him, comes back away in towards the middle of the field here once more. Looking to get away from the man. Tries to drag that ball forward, couldn't quite do so, but now it's picked up by Laborde. Coming in behind forming the train and sends that ball up forward, but it just ricochets off the horse, and it's now picked out from the long reach of Bautista Bejiga, who takes it forward, takes the man, and turns it away as the first two to goes. Bauti gets hooked off out of it by Laborde, leaving it now for Felix. Felix comes forward once again. Felix in there. You see Lolo in there with Laborde as well. Laborde. And it's Felix, and Felix finishes that one off beautifully there, does Felix Essane, making it 5 goals to the Wolves, 7 to Habtoor. Saw the team working hard on it relentlessly to try and get that one through the goal, and finally they did, with a nice goal there by Felix Essane. And that there will end Chukker number 4, with the score being 7 goals to 5. And so I'll go to a few messages and adverts from Polo Line.
El año pasado, bueno, arrancamos también contra UAE, la verdad que un equipazo, una organización impresionante. Este año la verdad que tienen un equipo que mete miedo, pero bueno, creo que nosotros ya con un año de haber jugado juntos el año pasado, creo que nos fue dentro de todo bien, creo que vinimos un poquito más aplacaditos y hoy el momento que tuvimos que andar bien y cerrar el partido, creo que lo hicimos, así que nada, contento y agradecido nuevamente a Wolves de este año. No, sin duda. Ventaja siempre de tratar de hacer el mismo equipo siempre está bueno porque ya tenemos un año de conocernos. Yo con Santi y Laborde vengo jugando ya hace un par de años juntos y con Felicarlo ya jugamos el año pasado, así que no, la verdad creo que es ventajoso porque nos conocemos. Hoy este año no jugamos ni una práctica de equipo, llegamos, jugamos y creo que hoy fue un partido bueno, anduvimos bien, nos hicimos pases, defendimos bien y en los momentos claves sabemos que entre los cuatro sabemos que nos miramos y sabemos lo que nos decimos. El nivel de Uruguay siempre fue competitivo, siempre es muy bueno. Obviamente hay alguno que otro equipo con una ventaja de caballos o de organización, pero nada, siempre es una temporada que a mí me encanta. Es un pueblo muy competitivo. Todos los equipos la verdad que son buenos, hay buenos jugadores. Así que nada, creo que va a ser una temporada linda.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our Polo Liners, coming out here for our 5th and possibly final Chukker of our 3rd match in the Silver Cup 2025. With the score being 7 goals to 5. We just wait for the field to clear. Players all on the field. Umpires be lining them up here for Matthias Belbeni to get that ball bowled into play. So it looks to line these two teams up. Habtoor heading towards the scoreboard. Ball into play. Comes out the back of the line out. Pinello just flicks that one, but Mohamed is on the end of this one nicely here now. Mohamed Habtoor goes up. Santi in front. Felix in behind, tries to get that one away, but it's going to be Pinello to pick it up here now. Pinello checks, turns, comes back inside here. Pinello looking to see what his options are. Looks to go by himself. You see Felix in there with Hawarechi. Hawarechi yields off, goes with him as Felix looks to try and go on a run. Hawarechi shadowing him all the way up the field here now. Bricks it up, does Benker. Benker taking it forward. Benker on the move, but no, he's left that one behind, and Bautista will pick this one up here now. In comes Felix. You see he comes in, drags it back, but Felix still on that near side play, picks it away from him, goes under the neck once more, looking out towards the boards and trying to get onto that one. There is Lula, and we get a whistle on the play. It looks like this one's going to get moved up the field here now for a penalty, 4 possibly. That's by the movement of the umpires. Lolo's still not convinced about that, but also he came in a little bit late into that ride-off, possibly. And the ball's placed down for a penalty for a 60-yard penalty in favour of the Wolves, looking to close that gap to 1 goal here now. Sebastian Santilaborde, rather. Just teeing that ball up. Habtoor. 40 yards back. Remember, there's quite a stiff breeze coming across this field. As you look towards those goals from the corner at the Villa end. So, Banca Pinello onto this one here now. Beautifully balanced pony coming up onto it. He drives, he shoots. It's about head height and straight through the goals it is. There's nobody going to be stopping that one there. Benker lent into that one and through the goals it goes. Oh, hang on a minute. No, it's gone wide. I do apologise. I thought it had just snuck inside the goalpost. But wide it is, so no goal. So Habtoor back in possession. With one Harrichi to bring it in. One. Goes straight with this one here, looking for Lolo. Had the option of Bouty. Lolo picks that one up at the top of the bounce at halfway, but going back with him there is S.A. in behind is Bouty. Calls him off that play, comes forward. In front he has Laborde in front with Pinello in behind, keeps possession. Laborde working on him, looking for Lolo to come in and try and give him a little bit of help here, but he goes by himself and straightens this one up along the back line here now. Does Bautista, just working his skills, and sends that one in towards the goal and straight through. Oh, and it's off the post, and in comes Pinello and just clears it away from the danger zone out there for Felix. Felix on the little grey pony, checks up, comes in, does Bouty, as on the far side does Lolo as well. But looks like they're trying to straighten themselves up. Working hard on it there is Felix, still in possession, just flicks that one up forward here now. Looking to get that ball a little bit further up, goes up past one man here. To be met there by Lolo. It is Felix S.A. with Bouty in behind, Lolo in front, in behind them all there is Pinello still, but he opts to go by himself here now. Comes forward once again. Does Felix. Felix looking to come in between the players. Jauretche can't come onto that one yet. Very clever work there by Felix, working his way up the field and gets up past Jauretche on it and looks to make the passing play in towards the middle of the field, but gets back onto his own play once again. Coming, looking to go coast to coast here on an own goal, but oh no, and he just couldn't quite find that goal, and it just goes wide. But a great bit of play there by Felix S.A.N. But just unable to get the goal in the end. Good pressure there by Habtoor. And the ball's on that back line. For one Harrichi. One. Goes under the neck with that one there. Just tops that one a little bit. Trying to come onto it though is going to be Bouty. Bouty on the play. Under the neck in the ride-off. Picking it up is going to be Pinello, away there from Lolo, but he's just comes in behind of Jauretche and goes underneath the neck in towards the goal, but it's literally the same place as the Saints. Ball went out over the back line. And it looks like we have a whistle being blown as Santiago Laborde dismounts from his pony. He's taken a bit of a clunk there, he's hopping a bit. So it's an opportunity for some of the players to change as well. Didn't actually see exactly what happened on that one there, but there's going to be a little bit of a break, so Mohamed Habtoor looks to get down to the other end of the field to change ponies as well. So Santi's smarting a bit, you might say. Looks like it's the knee. Possibly got it twisted as a player came round. But I can't exactly say. So we'll just have a little bit of a break whilst he just tries to walk that one off. Also lay down. And so Santi just getting a bit of attention there. We get his knee pad off. So we'll just give him a moment to recompose himself. The ambulance is there if you want some of that magic spray, as it were. Paramedics attending to him. So we've got 3:41 on the clock here in Chukker number 5. 2-goal margin for Habtoor, 7 goals to 5 it is here on field number 3. And at 4 o'clock we'll be looking to play on field 1. The game between Bangash and Gantut. You can see the scoreboards already listed up there, as it were, with a half-goal start to Bangash, with the Silver Cup, of course, being a handicap tournament. The Gold Cup being open, so with Bangash being a 19-goal team, we'll take half a goal advantage. Stanty's still getting a little bit of attention there. Hopefully he's all okay. And so whilst he's getting a little bit of attention there, and hopefully be able to get back on quickly and be all okay, I'd just like to remind everybody the Silver Cup final on the 1st of February. There are tickets available which you can buy now at Virgin Tickets, Platinum List, Tickbox, and at Al Habtoor Group Loyalty app. A picnic gazebo is 1,200 dirhams. Includes a picnic basket for 4 people and parking pass. There's a silver lounge, of course. 1,500 dirhams minimum spend on drinks per table of 6 and parking passes. You can make your bookings for your gazebos and the Silver Lounge at media at DubaiPoloGoldCup.com, or give them a call on 056 373 2999 or on 056 990 0310. And of course, as they are already in full swing this afternoon here, every Saturday we have Party at the Polo by IFSA, hosted by Al Habtoor Polo Resort. And this will be between November and February of this year. So see if you can get yourself some tickets and enjoy the wonderful hospitality at Polo at the Party at the Polo, which you can check it out on partyatthepolo.com for all the information there. But please stay up to date with all games, schedules, highlights, where we have on Instagram at DXB Polo Gold Cup Series, and of course Al Habtoor Polo Club. There's some amazing prizes to be won as well. And of course, if you're wanting to fine-tune your skills in polo or want to learn this fantastic game of polo, in the Polo Academy you can buy 5 lessons and get 2 complimentary lessons free. And in the riding school, if you buy a package of 10 lessons, you get 1 complimentary lesson. And if you have opportunity to come for weekday private riding lessons, there's a 50% discount on those. So once again, give them a call in the office to take advantage, to avail these opportunities. On 04436 2222, or drop them an email on contacts at alhabtoorpoloclub.com. So it looks like we're all set to get this underway once more, with Juan Harechi to bring it in for Habtoor. Juan taps it up forward, up there to his mark, and the former banker has to go back to pick this one. Goes underneath the neck with that one there. Didn't quite get enough on to get it up to Bouty, but Benker comes and picks this one up. Benker taps it forward. Benker going goalward bound here now. Dangerous Habtoor, but he left it behind and picked up well there by Bautista, who makes a turning play. He left behind, and Harechi puts it into middle field. A little bit scrappy, but a nice open backhand there by Habtoor, trying to get that one up to his man, but Harechi covers the back door and closes it once again. Juan Harechi out here now by the bouncy castle. Please look after your children. Keep them back behind the safety line as Lola comes away here now, but now picked up by Benker. Benker coming forward. Benker gets away there from Lola and sets it up here for Labor. They're going in towards the goal here now. Leaves it for Benker, but slipping in onto that line first was Lola, who sends this one out here now for big brother Bauti. Bauti gives that ball a ride out to the far side of the field, letting these ponies run at about halfway line on his near side, but unfortunately for him, he's looking to bounce it off the boards and it just hops out over the boards. So the ball will be dropped down for Wolves. Laborde to bring in. Santi taps that forward here now. Santiago goes with a long hard shot, sending that one out here wide for Pinello, making use of the space. Pinello checks up, looks to come, but he's been shadowed there by Bautista, and he looks up towards the goal and gives that ball a ride, but it looks like it's just drifted to the left-hand side once more. So out over the back line it is, and the score remains the same, 7-5. With 2 minutes left to play here in Chukker number 5, and 2-goal margin is the difference. 7-5, and players called once again for Habtoors. Juan Haurechi to bring into play. Juan taps up forward. Goes to the big one this time, but goes by himself. Gets up away from Benker on that one there. Lets this pony run. Out on the move here now is Haurechi. Knows he's got Essane coming in there. Drags that one off the boards, but couldn't quite pick it up on the near side. Leave it for Felix. Felix goes with the tail backhand. Tail backhand for Benker, but cut out of it nicely by Bauti. Bauti on the move here now. Bautista gets hooked off out of it there by Laborde, but it's now picked up here by Mohamed. Mohamed comes forward onto it, but a little backhand there, but Essane is picked up by Lola. Lola goes forward once again here for Habtoor. Goes with a big neck shot. Tries to, just gets a little bit tangled up with it, and it's now going to be Felix. Felix on the play here now. Turns it away at speed, at pace. Feeling confident to run on these fields here now around the corner. Goes with a big shot and sends that one up forward, looking for Benker or Habtoor, but it looks like it's Haurechi is going to get back onto this first. You see the cutting to the other side there was Benker. Bauti gets onto that one or cuts across onto it, but unfortunately for him, it looks like he might have just cut in front of Pinello. And let's see what we can see on the replay, and they might even go to the third man who's looking at it as well. And yes, that has been deemed. The ball's now been placed down for a penalty too. Possibly a 30-yard penalty here now in favour of the Wolves. Bauti possibly came a little bit too far from the left to the right to get onto it and then drifted over it as well. So Wolves up at the Villa end, back behind their line. They're just waiting for Bautista, who's changed, as has Pinello. So players back out on the field here now. So Pinello comes on as he's just changed and looks to tee that ball up. We have exactly 1 minute on the clock with 2 goals of difference at the moment, with Pinello to take the penalty. Players call Pinello. Habtoor can do nothing but stand and watch. He drives, he shoots and puts that one through the goal for Benker. Pinello closing the gap to 1 goal. It is the difference here now. 7 goals to Habtoor, 6 for the Wolves. So the two teams will come back to the middle in front of us here at Polo line. For Mateus to bowl this ball into play. So ball into play in the middle of the line out, looking for that one there, as I said, but it's taken away there by Lola. Lola in turn hooked off out of it, tries to play a little bit of a backhand, but we get a whistle on that play as well. Lolo's thinking there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, but the umpires certainly clearly feel differently about it. Wolves optimistically push themselves up forward as far as they can. And this could be very dangerous indeed for Habtoor here now. You can possibly see on the replay there that he had infringed the player. They've moved themselves all the way up for a penalty too, but the umpires maybe think it's a little optimistic. But they progress this one up forward here now for a penalty 3. A 40-yard defendable penalty. As Habtoor go back behind their line. Remember, they can defend this one here now. They may come out from the side of their goal mouth when the ball's struck at. But Benka Pinello's looking to put this one clean over the scoreboard as he did previously. Benka, that'll tie them up. That could force them into an extra chukker. Before we go over to field 1 for our next match, Benka. He drives, he shoots, there's no stopping, and through the goal it is. We're all tied up here now, ladies and gentlemen. 7 goals apiece it is, and 20 seconds on the clock. We're tied up, so the first 2 to go, we'll keep going if the ball's in play. So, back to the middle, in front of us now. All tied up. Clock tick-tocking down. There it is, ball into play. But we get a whistle. So was the ball in first or not? Umpire's just sitting discussing this one here now. So Matthias Paveni picking the ball up once more. So have another throw in. Bowls that ball into play, front of the line-out. Mohammed comes in, gets half hook, but takes that one forward. Out comes a backhand now from Labordes. It came just slightly underneath Mohammed's neck. Trying to get onto it as Hareche lost, can't find it there, can Benka, but it's going to be Asain comes in. Felix taps it up forward. Felix making possession of here. Gets stopped in his tracks there by Hareche. Pony just stands on the ball, flicks it out from underneath him, trying to let that one go, and he does. He sends it out forward here now, looking for Benka, but Lolo's going to be onto that first. Opens up the backhand. Who's first onto it? Looks like Benka can pick that one up, and there goes the hooter, ladies and gentlemen. That's Chukker. So that there this time now will end Chukker number 5. The ball is dropped down where the play was when the hooter went. 7 goals apiece it is. And we will be playing as synonymous with the Silver Cup overtime polo, golden goal. So that there ends Chukker number 5 to go to Chukker number 6. 7 goals apiece. And now we'll go to a few messages and adverts from Polo Line. And we'll come back for Chukker number 6 to see who's going to win this match. Our first match of the afternoon before we go over to field 1 for our second match between Bangash and Gantut. Backhand, out towards the ball, can get on that one there, not necessary indeed. A lovely goal there by Habtoor and Habtoor. Picking it up and finishing it off beautifully. Let's have a look at that. So our Polo line viewers back online again as we have a good view there. Into the Habtoor camp. Mohammed already mounted back up again, wanting to get this one underway. We can see the progression of the match as we have the Wolves already out there ready to go. There's one how Rich is waiting for his pony. At the end of Chukker number 1, 2 goals apiece. Chukker number 2, 3 goals apiece. Habtoor got a nice 2-goal margin in the third Chukker, 6 goals to 4. And just scoring a goal apiece there in Chukker number 4, making it 7 goals to 5. And 2 unanswered goals for the Wolves over Habtoor, making it 7 goals apiece at the end of Chukker number 5. So you're going to overtime, golden goal. Umpire standing over where the ball was as Juan Harich is still waiting for a pony. The groom's bringing it up here now, so he'll get himself mounted up. So Juan mounted up as well. So umpire right will be bowling this ball in from the inside out. So as a golden goal. The first goal will score this with Wolves going the short way here now. Banker unfortunately just running out of time as he's running that ball in towards the goal as the two teams line up here now. Right, bowls that in, out the back of the line out. Banker picks it up as Laborde looks after Juan Jauretche, facing up, so looks to come in towards the inside of the field here now. Don't want him making any fouls at this point, so he comes the other way there. Does Banker, but shows too much of it there to Balti, who's trying to get onto this one on the near side. Comes Laborde, takes it away there from Jauretche, but Lola comes and picks that one up nicely. Lola gets a roll, looking for a bit of something out of this here, but the whistle is silent. And we have Bautista on the loose. He's got Jauretche gone out there in front of him. He keeps it to himself, going back with his Habtoor, going face to face, comes to the near side, goes with the hooking play. Next pair over the top of it, coming onto it as Jauretche couldn't pick up that ball, but look at the pony there of Laborde, shut down, turn, spin, and get back it up the field here now for Pinello. Pinello picks that ball up in the air here now, trying to get away there from Juan. Pinello on the move here now. Pinello goes to the near side, takes the man, pops that one into the goal. It is running out. The winners is Wolves. A great goal there by the Wolves. Finished off on the near side by Benka Pinello. So they'll be very happy indeed. I mean, it was even at the end of the first two Chukkers. Habtoor pulled away, but resilient as ever in that fifth Chukker. Wolves came back with 2 goals to none scored by Habtoor, making it 7-all. And in the end, when Bautista thought that he was away, Habtoor came in with a great near-side hooking play, spoiling that run. And it was Benka to take it up the field. Juan desperately trying to get to him. So he checks up, takes the man, puts it away on the near side. Beautiful goal there by Benka. And there you have into the Habtoor camp. Very strong play there by Habtoor, as I said, stopping Bautista. And now we'll just go to a few of the best goals. Nice one there from Banker, a solo goal for him. And here we have, Bauti just working his skills through there, just managed to get through all the traffic and finishes that one off nicely. And once again, another super goal there. And that one going all the way. Habtoor tried to stop it, but unfortunately unable to do so at that point. Now we have a drone shot here with Felix working his way forward through the traffic. There's unfortunately nothing that Juan Harreche could do apart from yield off. And now we'll just go to a few of the stats here now. Field goals, 5-4. Throw-ins, most of those being won by Dubai Wolves, but not really by much, as 7-9. Fouls, exactly the same as the throw-ins, 7-9. Penalties, only 1 from 4 for Habtoor, and 4 from 6 for the Wolves. One corner there by Bouty in that first chukker. No opportunities for the Wolves, and no yellow cards given out here, which is good to see. So this took great advantage of their penalties, did Dubai Wolves here this afternoon. And so for myself, Adam Snowden, thank you very much indeed for watching that first match. But we'll be back with you at 4 o'clock for another very exciting game indeed, which will be between Bangash versus Gantut on Field 1.